Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Inner Minds Podcast, baby. We coming with episode 14, and we are the air
to that new era.
Yes, sir. And you know what I'm saying? My name is Young Maisie, and I'm coming live with my boy.
What's up, y'all? It's Star Dragon here.
You already
Quest
know.
Lee. Hello, everybody.
They
Welcome
already
back.
know. They already know, man. And I like to give every video I always start out, I like to show my blessings. So everybody that's been subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps us and it really motivates us to bring out more content. And also follow the Instagram page at Inner Minds Podcast. And also we also on Spotify, and we
That's
on
right.
Anchor Music and Apple Music as well with the Apple Podcasts. And we on there too as well. You can catch all our episodes. And if you're not into the video, you know what I'm saying, seeing the beautiful faces, you know what I'm saying, then you can go ahead and do listen to your ear. You know, we the ear to the new era, so same thing, you know what I mean? But I always like to start a video with a blessing, and I like to say that I am blessed to be alive today. I am blessed of everything, if you're religious or not, everything that God sent my way, and everything that I manifestate in my whole life, like the energy and everything. Like, I'm thankful to be here, and there's a lot going on in the world today, and it's like, you know, it's really sad, but also it brings us together. You know what I mean? We're the Inner Minds Podcast. We want to bring everybody together. We want to be the station where you guys can just come on and you can just feel us, and we can just all be together. You know what I mean? And I'm always blessed. I'm thankful for the last video you guys saw, episode 13. You saw us killing freestyles, right? Yes, sir.
Hey, you know, we had to let it out every 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks, depending on what's going on.
Yeah, in the world.
We had to let it out, you know, express yourself, you know. So we had to express ourselves on the mic. And it's one of those purest art forms, whether it's dance, illustration, art, but also verbally on the microphone, you know. And we thank you guys.
Yeah, man. I like to thank everybody that comes to the live feed, people that leaves the comments, people that like the video. We get over 100 likes. I see every episode, and it's a blessing, man. You guys are changing our lives, and we're gonna change your lives one day, man. Just come vibe with us, and we're going to be there soon with y'all. You know what I mean? That's how I feel the future is heading in our direction. And it's just a podcast. So, you know, you have plenty of other podcasts to look at, your favorite celebrities or, you know, big names. You know what I mean? But we're still the underdogs, and we're always going to be the underdogs until we be the top dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what feed us. That's what motivates us to be more hungry. And it's always a blessing, man. And we thank you guys for always coming in and come vibing with us. You know what I mean? And before I get into the episode, today is my mother, you know, the queen, the person that gave me life. You know, my mother, her name was Sol Maria Matias. And I haven't mentioned her in my podcast at all, but, you know, on this day, a few years back, she had passed away. You know what I mean? Like, you know, on some other stuff, like better than here. You know what I'm saying? It's like she was worth so much more. She couldn't stay here no more. You know what I mean? That's how I view it. And you know, every time on this day, it hits me, and I hope I'm making her proud. And man, like, she looking down on me right now. She like, yo, son, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? And that's my main goal. Like, yo, I want you to be proud of me, and I'm gonna continue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna shake up. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to make you proud. And you know, she passed away a few years back, and today's her anniversary, and that's how I wanted to start it off, the podcast. Not to be a little sentimental, but you know, that's my mother. You know what I mean? It still hits me every day. You know what I mean? Everybody here, like within my music or within the posts I share on my Facebook or Instagram, she's my queen, man. And also she's like my God, because it's like when I was an infant, I looked at her as God. That's the first person I seen. She gave me life, man. Support all mothers, man. Everybody support your mother while they're here. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait till they're gone to actually reflect on things and wish you could have done more, because there's some things I wish I could have done more, you know what I mean? But I was thankful for my mother, because she was man, like, she was a gift. And like, God takes gifts so much, man. It's like, you know, they way better than here on earth. Or, you know, while your time is here on earth, man, make every day a blessing. And that's how it's gonna be. And you know, rest in peace to my mother, Sol Maria Matias. I love you. Thank you for bringing me here. And Kelvin Hamilton too, my dad. Don't forget about the pops.
That's right. Yeah.
But you know, the key of this video today is acceptance. You know what I mean? Like, accepting things for the way they are, or the way you can actually improve in. You know, like life, for an example, can throw you multiple marbles, stones at your head, right? So any situation that you guys are into, some things that you can't really figure out, or you kind of in this box, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of people that's willing to support you in that box. You know what I'm saying? Like, that box is the only place that you can be in, and only you can actually figure out how to get out of it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that support you and love you. You know, we're the Inner podcast. We're here for anything. You know what I mean? Like, just send us a comment or go to the Instagram page and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? I seen a couple of people that send me messages about, you know, talk about the mental health, because Quest, we ain't talk about it since episode 5.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but it's so important, you know, because right now, in the times that we are living in, you know, we're given all this great technology and all these abundance of things to make life easier, to have easier access to things like now. But this is also an era of, there is so much mental strain on especially young people. You know, older generation, we know the grind. We know it's work, provide for your family, grind. But I would say, you know, a lot of people try to shit on the younger generation. But their generation also is faced against a lot of stuff. Even though they have the technology, social media, and everything's all up, you know. But at the same time, it puts it out there, like, out there to the world, where you're judged. You're judged by the way you look. You're judged by the way you act. You're judged by what you're wearing. And not everybody is supposed to be judged like that, where you're just trying to express yourself. If you're a young person and you're on social media, you're just trying to express yourself. And the fact that you're judged every minute, the minute somebody clicks and sees you, that's a lot of stress. Also, never in America's history did kids back in the day. I mean, we had situations where it came to schools being non-segregated.
Oh yeah,
and, you know what I'm saying, and those issues.
Way back.
But even those days, parents didn't have to worry about sending your kid to school, even through the racial stuff, and not coming home.
Right.
You know, that's so right now, this generation is going through a lot of stuff, and every generation gets tested. You know, you had the baby boom, World War II, what they call the greatest generation.
Yeah.
You had the Vietnam era kids, the 80s, the latchkey kids is what we called them. And so they're also being tested. And so... Nah,
it's like
I'm not disrespecting that generation, because they're dealing with stuff too.
I mean? Like, time
it's
evolves.
the most violent time, while we're supposed to be in a time of bliss and a utopia. And it still shows how mentally some people are still animalistic, and they would take away that joy and that freedom from this generation. So, but you guys will get through it to get us to that next era of hopefully utopia and not a dystopia.
Like everybody
era.
Come together, you know what I mean? Like,
of just
not
love.
holding hands, but like more like mentally in the minds. You know what I mean? We all connected.
Yeah, they're going to be strong. They're going to get through it.
The one thing I can't get, though, is how somebody going to a school and, like, shoot up 19 kids and kill 2 adults.
Yeah,
it's like mass shooting in America. Sorry, YouTube, but, you know, I have to discuss this, but we're going to keep it PG rated. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I learned my lesson.
Mass shooting in America has got way, way out of hand, man. And I don't know what they're trying to do, but all I'm saying is sometimes these kids, it be young kids, man.
Sometimes
like
the profits for gun companies don't supersede burying your children. And that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. And you politicians out there, you know what I'm saying. Give up profits, give up donorship and money for your campaigns coming this fall for the lives of our children.
Yeah, because they got to grow up. You know what I mean? Okay. They got to grow up and see us, you know. Like, they the new generations as we get older. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of parents out there in America right now. It's like kind of scared to bring their kids to school. It's like you see one thing and then it happened multiple times, right? But sometimes life just keep going. You just have to keep living.
And that's the thing I don't understand. I'll see a politician say he's pro-life and in one breath tell a woman she can't get an abortion. But at the same time is willing to take money for manufacturers that make and develop weapons to kill, weapons of war. And those weapons do nothing but take lives.
That's all
or
it is.
At the same time, say kids coming across the border have no business in this country. They're children. But you're so pro-life. Which one is it?
Doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up, exactly. Come on. Come on.
Sometimes I just wish it's
What's
like,
it gonna be?
you have the powerful leaders, you know what I mean? The people that actually can control the way things move. Because, you know, there's a lot of people that's living on Earth right now. And sometimes you don't want people to get too crazy and like stuff like that. But
you're not even there for children that are here now. But you're so worried about kids that aren't even born yet.
Right.
Regardless of that woman's situation and tell her she can't have an abortion. While kids are getting gunned down in schools and kids are seeking refuge to have a better life in this country, you deny them.
Yeah,
so are you really pro-life? I mean,
and they're not doing anything, man. Anything to control that situation, man. Yeah, and it's like when I saw the news and when it popped up, like I was literally in bed, like in the middle. I think it happened during the day, but I didn't see it till nighttime. And when I saw it, I'm like, what? This is this Salvadorian looking devil. You know what I mean? What did your life have to do with these little kids, bro?
Nothing.
Why is you doing that? And then, you know, like, the media will portray about it being all about him. It's more about him instead of the victims. Yeah, but certain medias will do more of the victims than the guy.
Those families
lost in my podcast, we talk about the victims more than the people, than the guy that or female that actually did this the killing.
Yeah, even at work, people asking why did he do this? Why? There's no even time to waste wondering why he did it because it's something that should have never happened. There's no excusable answer for why to connect like, oh, I see what he was feeling. No, there ain't no why.
Nah,
so stop wasting time asking why he did it. It's the fact that he had access to a military-grade weapon. That's the end of the story.
Just like our last
shouldn't
episode.
Have access to military-grade weapons unless you enlisting and serving your country and going to war. Then you get your military-grade weapon. Mm-hmm. But an average citizen walking the streets should not have access to military-grade weapons.
And I just wanted to...
That's the truth.
Every family that's been involved in that, my heart goes out for you. Like we talked in the Buffalo shooting. And like I told you before, like we can't cover every mass shooting that goes on in America, but it's just every day there's lives taken. And like mentally, you know, at my age, you know, like I'm seeing all this portrayed on the media, and it kind of makes you frightened, you know, just to go into supermarkets or taking my kids to school, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even though it's like it's like getting like hit by lightning, you know what I mean? That it will affect your life, because like it's very rare that it will affect your life, but when it does, like the families that's been dealt with the victims that's fallen over the past couple of months, it's like, you know, where can you process your brain? And I just wish that, you know, there was some type of world peace to where we can just all come together and understand each other. Mm-hmm. That's the key, man. You got to understand each other. If you don't understand each other, then there's always going to be fire. Always going to be fire. No matter where you're going. Somebody's shooting, somebody's going to shoot back. You know, I can go way deep into that, but I'm not going to go on this episode. But my community, my people, everybody around the world, you know, just try to seek world peace, man. Like, if you hate somebody, you know what I mean? If you hate somebody, try to seek out like peace with that person. You know what I mean? If it don't involve with something serious, it's like murder or rape, you know, I can understand that. But like, if it's just little petty things, man, that you guys are beefing over, or, you know, you guys, you know, don't have the mental capacity to actually figure out the solutions of your problems, just make peace with it, man. Make peace with it. Like, digging into your inner minds, man. Like, that's not the way, you know what I'm saying? Let's all come together. Then the government would change, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they like seeing us going at it at each other, or I don't know. But, you know, everybody's always saying that it has to stop. It has to stop.
Yeah, we got to find a way to find the beauty within each other, ourselves, even if it's somebody that's of a different culture. All cultures can learn from each other. You can find beauty in someone else's culture. That same person can find beauty and admiration in something that intrigues them about your culture. And that's the beginning of sharing and of growth and learning each other. And
yes,
that's
sir.
the beginning of love. You know, you can meet someone that's totally different than you and you don't understand their culture or anything like that. But when you're a kid, you talk, you hang out, you share each other's food, customs, hanging out. You know, y'all all remember that back in the day as kids. You had friends from different colors, different creeds and shapes and sizes, and we didn't care. We were kids, and it was all good. It was only because adults will try to tell you, oh, don't this, don't that, don't hang out with this person, don't that, and this and that. And that's, you know, that's just so wrong, because when you're a child, you're a young person, and you're hanging out with friends, you didn't care, you know. And sometimes adults and the leaders of the world forget that. They're always into geopolitics, gain and wealth and control and power and money, when there's plenty of resources out there and plenty of money out there to go around. I mean, stop being greedy.
Yeah, it's just what makes the world. And, you know, sometimes as a human being, like, we all sit there and think about these situations that are going on in life. But mentally, what is the best way to level up yourself after everything that's going on in this world? What is the best thing that, like, you can actually like talk to your friends or talk to your loved ones, like, hey, you know what I mean? We care for you. This is what you have to do to level up your life. Like, you have a lot going on in this world with it regards social media or anything like that. So, like, what is like the best way to keep peace with everything that's going on in this world, you know, visually seeing?
Yeah. In a way, it seems like you're leading towards finding peace within ourselves. Like, I know
within
I can
ourselves,
have a day,
and also like,
but there's certain people in my life I know I can reach out to. I can't reach out to everybody, but there's some people in my life I know I can reach out. I can talk to them. They're willing to hear me out, and they genuinely care. Vice versa, like, they know they can come to me if there's something really on their mind, and and that's a big step of knowing that you have somebody that's there for you. And there's some people who have nobody that's there for them, and now they have to internally do it themselves. And I spent years having to do that, and now I'm finally embracing other people in my life that I can open up to.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It's tough because you don't want to put yourself out there or look vulnerable, but you got to take that leap of faith and trust that person you're opening up to that genuinely loves you, and that's real. That's something that is of ultimate value. You can't really put a price on something like that. Like we always talk about, time is valuable. That person that's giving you their time to hear you out, to be there for you, that shoulder to lean on, that is some of the most precious things and moments you can have in life.
Of course. All day, man. My thinking of it is sometimes as us being humans, we are in denial of what's really surrounding us. But the media will portray anything to make you come back to earth. Like, this is what real life is. Sometimes real life is not what you see on media. Sometimes you have to put yourself and surround yourself with positive people, money making people that's been through enough to actually have an opinion on what you're actually going through in your own life. You know what I mean? There's a lot of us that's going through like losing a loved one, a divorce, or, just not getting accepted to a school, or, something that makes you more hungry to actually do better for yourself. You know what I mean? And like, not everybody has that third eye in the middle of their head to where they can actually see of what they have to do, or they don't have the proper guidance. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not always like that. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything like that, but I just think that sometimes we have to accept things that's already done, and we have to improve to do something better in our lives, which at the end will be a better result. You know what I mean? And that result will show you everything that you need to be happy about, even if it's bad or good. Certain things like you got to eat good, go to sleep, surround yourself by good people, just take care of your whole human body that you were born here to display to the world. Just do that. I think everything will turn around in your favor, no matter how crazy that this world is going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, the world's crazy, man. It just, I don't know, like back in the day, like during the medieval times, if they had social media right now, that joint would have been crazy. Like, yo, next day on the guillotine.
And it's weird because in that era, they were used to that. They were seeing people getting executed, and the people, they were all down for it. They wouldn't even know why somebody was about to be executed in the town square. And these people will go and throw rotten vegetables and tomatoes and all kinds of stuff out there. Like, yeah, they were like with the mob, and their mentality were savage.
Yeah. So
if they had social media then, they would have been viewing it and cheering. Like, damn devils, man. Like, come on, demons, man.
But I think the best way, as in 2022, the best way to ease your mind is also just always accept things how they are. Acceptance is the best way to preach to your inner self of how, no matter how good or bad it is, you accept it, and you're going to prove some other people wrong, or you're going to prove yourself wrong, and you're going to bring yourself out of that eggshell. Because that's just the way it is, in the new era, Generation Z, millenniums, whatever you call it. That's just how it is. And it hurts and it breaks my heart to see, like, when I go through things I don't have the answers to, but you guys come on the platform and you guys talk to us and you hear us and you guys just, elaborate with both of us and just give so much feedback, all the day ones. And it makes me happy. You know what I mean? Like, I have to do something different to this platform. I have to bring so much different things to this platform to where you guys can always feel welcome. I know you feel welcome. We want to make you feel welcome, but I just want you guys to have that energy to be like, you know what? Tune in to the next episode. You know what I mean? Like, when I was younger and I had to watch those Texas Westerns with my grandmother, you know what I mean? I used to hate watching them things. And I'm like, shout out to Nina, may she rest in peace. But it's like, I hated watching them things, but it's like, you know what? They were always like there to like watching it, and like that's something that they was tuned into. They put it on. They was like, I love it. This is what I'm watching. You know what I mean? And this is what I want you guys to come in and just vibe with us as well. And if they can watch it way back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, I know you guys can come in and tune in with us as well. And
You talking just, like some old Bonanza or those spaghetti westerns or something?
Yeah, like the old, like you know, sometimes they used to sit there and watch it, and then like we used to hate watching them things.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, at least me as a kid,
with the Golden Girls.
yeah, my mother, she was a Golden Girls too. Like you know, I used to hate watching them, but like you know what, they was always there to tune in, and you know, I really much respect you guys for also tuning in with us. It's always a blessing.
Or some say TT.
Oh, what you know?
You say auntie.
Oh, tia.
Tia. Oh yeah.
Oh, titi. Yeah,
tia. Or my oma we would say imu. Yeah.
And it's it's just crazy how everybody can actually react the way they react, but also just keep your mind focused. Whatever you're doing in life, keep your mind focused, and your mental health is the most important thing that you can actually work on. You know what I mean? The mental health is the main place. Whatever you have to do to make sure whatever's going on top of here is good. Do what you have to do to make that good. And after that, nobody can hate you. They can't hate you because you know what? You transformed yourself into something better, and you're gonna blossom like the flower you are. You know what I mean? So you know, like I tell Quest all the time. I'm like, hey, sometimes I be going through a rough week. I be like, dang, I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, where's my motivation at? And like, just to test us, man. Yeah, just to try something different and like get myself out of this box and love and not care about what nobody say, and just whatever's going on in this world, I'm ignoring it. And sometimes life can get hard like that, where you push back into the realms where you just like you don't know how to get out of there. You know what I mean? You want to be in the perfect sanctuary where you can just enjoy your kids, your loved ones, your family. Sometimes things may never work, you know, like men that's going with divorce. You know, sometimes like things turn out different as time evolves, or sometimes you get lost and on dealing with things and you make the wrong mistake, you know what I mean? Or females or anybody that's willing to work it out with the loved one or connect with the loved one that they known for so long. You know, just try to find the best way to ease your mind, even if it don't work out, or if it does, you know what I mean? Like the best way to ease your mind is to keep yourself together and always bring peace in it. You know, don't ever disrespect nobody. I mean, everybody's situation is going to be like that. You know, sometimes people will disrespect each other, but on this podcast, we want to show you guys, or at least elaborate with you guys, like the best ways to what we think. And that's the best thing. Ain't that right, Quest?
Like every episode, it's all true. I got my like taglines like Ed McMahon and you Jimmy Carson. That's throwback. Like just little short sayings, just throwing air in there. But you know, like you know, to follow what he's saying. At the end of the day, you know, life is always going to be full of challenges, and you know, we always going to get knocked down, but we get up, and the sun will always shine the next day. So as long as this planet keeps spinning on its axis, that sun will shine, and it's another opportunity to grind and put in what you want to find that happiness at the end of the road. Sometimes we don't have to look for the short-term gain. Sometimes you can focus on a long-term, the future, where you know your story's going to end, and even if it's that person in your life that you know that you have that real genuine respect and connection with, and then you vibe with that person. There's somebody out there for everybody, and you know everyone deserves that in life, to have that person that you genuinely know that's me. That's this person is a part of me, and I'm a part of them. Mm-hmm. And we'll be there to the end, even always till when the planet stops spinning, or when that sun goes down. You know, it's okay. It's always a main connection.
Main connection. You know what I mean? Like, this is your chapter. This is your book. You got to finish it yourself once. You know what I mean? And as I always say, we are the Inner Minds Podcast, and we are the heir
to the new era.
Man, and I thank everybody that came out tonight and 7 p.m. and showed some love and your feedback and everything. I'm always watching and I see it. And we're always going to bring that peace, that love, that interconnections, that inner minds, man. So whenever you check us out on YouTube, you know, you can always rock with us and we're family, you know what I mean? But my name is Young Maisie and I'm closing out with my co-host.
Star Dragon, Quest Lee here.
And we out. We thank you guys. Remember, always come to YouTube, Spotify every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And always come check us out. And I really love you guys with the bottom of my heart. Mental health episode. For my blessings to you. We thank you. See you next time.
Hanya. See y'all next Wednesday, 1900 hours.